A very warm welcome to Edward Snowden.
I do think it's fair to presume that journalists should assume for themselves a burden, a professional burden of understanding at least basic mechanisms for protecting communications. So there's no source out there who one day is in court and who faces the state or some private company reading out their transcripts to a jury of conversations that you had with them. All you can do is guarantee that you're doing things in the safest possible way from your end, and then provide the most sound advice available to you for them to take into consideration. One of the best things journalists can do is to list secure methods of contacting them, whether it's a PGP key, which is actually quite difficult to use and perhaps not so much the ideal anymore, a signal phone number to which they can make encrypted calls or send encrypted messages. They can use secure drop, which allows sources to anonymously drop documents. The main thing here is that it's not my place to tell journalists how to do their job, how to report and not to report, particularly in terms of deciding what is in the public interest to know. And this was very clearly my belief when I first came forward. I've never published a single document. I didn't put anything online, make it available for everyone. Instead, I shared it with journalists, although I could have done the alternative. I'm a technologist by profession. This would not be a complex task. The reason that I did that is to allow journalists to decide, because it's my belief that this is the role of the press in an open society. We're asking journalists to educate the whole of society as to something which we were never taught in school, which is that the phones that you carry with you are dangerous, that they have unexpected risks, that all of the technology that we have surrounded ourselves with, that we rely upon, that was expected and designed to empower us, can actually be used in secret to disempower us, to corrode our freedoms, to actually serve as a kind of tracking device that follows us through the day. Have journalists sort of brought us to a new world where we don't have to worry about that? No. But is it realistic to expect them to be able to do so, particularly in so short a time? I don't think that's fair. We need to change our opinions and our understandings about what is the proper response here. If the government is saying, look, we're going to collect everybody's records, we're going to lean on providers to share information about communications, then for technologists, the central point that we need to start thinking about is what information can we not record? What data can we not save? What can we voluntarily blind ourselves to return ourselves to that natural state of human communications, which has existed throughout our history, where when you have a conversation, it is ephemeral. It exists for a moment and then it's gone. It evaporates into the atmosphere. It doesn't leave a comprehensive transcript on the desk waiting to be found and abused, whether it's an innocent conversation or whether it's a matter of journalism. We need to be able to trust that people's activities can be forgotten. There are a lot of reasons for this, but the general idea that we need to think about is in a world of big data, in a world of comprehensive analytics, in a world where everything is tracked and recorded simply because it can happen, this is a fundamentally illiberal future. This is a fundamentally unfree direction in which we're moving toward, in which rather than controlling our technology, we're beginning to be subordinate to our technology. We're beginning to be imprisoned by our technology, and we are losing control. We need to reassert control by encoding our values into our protocols, into our systems, and ensuring that if people are supposed to have a right to privacy, our systems respect that. Thank you.